What? I'm really glad they didn't fix the man-eater AI. This was Miyazaki's perfect vision. And they didn't screw with it. Where is it? Oh, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Just let me deal with one. No! This game is perfect. Alright, giddy up. I noticed one of them. I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. I noticed that the first one has more fur on its face, and the second one is a little more furry. You see its bare skin more on the face. I don't know if that was true in the first game. I think maybe it was, and I'll read about the lore of why that is too. See, the run back gives each attempt value. Like a lot of modern games that try to mimic difficulty, so-called NES hard indie platformers, they miss the point. They take very short, precise challenges. You know, little short platformer sections that were actually, you know, they're harder than what you would have seen in an NES game in terms of the immediateness. But now here, I don't know. So sorry, I'll finish that thought. I wait for this guy to turn around because I'm a coward. I should come up with a faster way to run this guy. I'll try it next time. So I just wait for him to turn around and then knock him off. I don't know. It takes forever. So these sort of, you know, modern NES hard games that sort of, oh my goodness. My goodness, I cannot talk and play this. So the modern NES games, they give you a simulacrum of NES difficulty. And I think the way they do it's very deceptive. It lets the player feel like she's better than she is, which is fine. Most good games do that. It lets her feel like she's better than she is by giving her a very short, very precise challenge. And our brains value the completion of that challenge. But what we don't value is the consistency of being able to complete that challenge, right? Like if you look at what is increasingly becoming my favorite game of all time, Castlevania, the checkpoints, there are 2 or 3 checkpoints per level, and there's a run back to the boss, right? And the point is that the boss is hard, but your health when you reach the boss and your number of attempts at the boss, they increase as your mastery at the level increases. And placing the checkpoints where they are is very intentional, right? It's very intentional because it forces reruns that increase mastery, and it rewards that mastery. And mastery is different than completion. A lot of modern quote-unquote hard games and a lot of these indie platformer types, they make you complete a precise challenge, but they only make you show mastery for the 10 or 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute that it takes to complete that challenge. And when you fail, there's no run back, there's no forcing yourself back to a previous challenge. And it works. I like it. I like games with short challenges. I mean, that DDR is that, right? There's not long-term sustained mastery in DDR, but I think completing something and mastering something is different. And a lot of indies shorten that mastery time and in a way it fools the brain into overestimating our mastery, because as soon as we do something hard, we do it once without dying and we never have to do it again. And that's a perfectly fine way to design a game, but I dislike it. All right, here we go. Speaking of mastery, I'm so bad at this. Good God. Good God. This is the hardest boss in Demon's Souls, I think. Okay, there's the tail, and we'll pop off a heal, and we'll pop off another heal because he's just wasting time. He's going to set down right here. Bastard. Oh shit with this. Come on, man. Alright, here we go. Just going for it. We're just... Get the stagger. No stagger. Here comes the other one. Pop off a heal. And there's the skinless one, the furless one, I might say. And there's the dash down. I'm just gonna YOLO to kill this one. Alright. One done. Now, it should be more manageable now. I don't think the second one is different than the first one, except in appearance. I don't believe the behavior is different. And but he's not missing his tail yet, so he can do this brutal poison attack. Now I kind of cheese. I don't know if it's strategy or cheesing, but here he comes. See that dash? The problem is they move so far away, but I will say, you know, leveling up, before when I was fighting this boss, I wasn't doing nearly enough damage and I was taking too much damage. I've upgraded my endurance and of course my PDEF. I was doing it too early in the game. One punch and one dash would kill me, and I was doing like 90 damage. It just was never going to work. The level of success in avoiding and dealing damage was just impossible. I definitely had to wait. And I'll cheese him a little here. He loses interest somehow. That's textbook overzealousness. Let's pop off a big heal while he's distracted. Come on, big heal. Yeah, buddy. It's the hardest boss in the game, but I don't want to use my good grasp, because you gotta say, you know, he's the hardest boss, but you gotta save your grasp for when you really need it, right? I mean, the fact that I even use a grasp is appalling to me. Okay, I'm gonna get this fucker when he lands. I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, the Man-Eater AI is part of Miyazaki's perfect vision for Demon's Souls, and Bluepoint should not have fixed the man-eater AI. And there it is. Fucking finally. Fuck you. Fuck you, you motherfucker. God